Hello, welcome to another episode of Baz Codes. I'm your host, Baz. And I had a comment from a viewer who suggested I have something different to display in my Apple II windows when I'm prepping, kind of doing the intro to a video. So he made a suggestion, and I decided I'm just going to live code it right here in front of all of you. All right. So I made a Apple II hard drive on my emulator here, 32 megabytes. Boy, that was a lot of room back in the day, wasn't it? Like, I never even filled up any of my 32 meg partitions when I had a hard drive. Even in the later days when I had a big hard drive, like a 250 megabyte hard drive. Anyway, and today then you've got these little USB sticks with, a terabyte. But happily, these little programs that we're going to do don't take much room. So I am just going to go ahead and get at it. Now, he suggested like a low res, and Matt, you know who you are, low res, screensavery type thing. So I'm just going to take a stab at it here. So I'm going to do random like lines, kind of like up and down. And let's see here. So I need a random color. First of all, 15. So this is random, RND, and that just generates a random number floating point between 0 and 1. And then you multiply it by a scaling factor. So if I want a random number between 0 and 15, this is what you do. Let's see. Our low-res screen is 40 dots by 48. But I'll just do 40 by 40 and then have some text at the bottom. Maybe we can do something with the text later. Okay, so 30. Oh, no, 39. 0 to 39. Okay, 40. This is going to be, because the low-res H-line and V-line statements are like this. This is 0, 39 at line number. Oops. I need a color. That's a boring color, but you get the idea. It's, kind of the left position to the right position, and then the vertical position. I'm going to do this in 80 column mode because I can, and I can see a little bit more. Okay, so, but it doesn't work if you... Oh, it does work. It doesn't care if you do it backwards. Okay, well, that simplifies things a little bit. Let's see. So I got the color and the AB. I need a line. And then I need something like vertical or horizontal. Here I can just do random 1. Okay. So if, no, need a line number. B is less than 0.5, then we'll H line. Set the color. And that would be at C. All right, let's take a look at this. So we've got C, okay, random color 0 to 15. A, B, L, the line, vertical or not, color equals C. Okay, well, let's see what happens. Of course. uh, oh, I suppose I need to say then. Oops. And what I'm doing here is I'm doing program editing like we used to back in the old days. So escape and then IJKM or the arrows, I think, let you move the cursor to someplace on the text screen, and then the right arrow essentially copies that character into the line buffer as if you'd typed it. So it was pretty clever given the constraints of the time. It's not easy to read, that's for sure. Okay, so let's try that. Oh, and there we go. Okay, well, that's interesting. That's not the intended effect. So my vertical lines are only half the screen, and my horizontal lines are only half the screen. Well, that's interesting. Let's print the values I'm getting. Wow. So V, I'm wondering if my random numbers aren't really that random. 10, 37, 34. Okay, V. Because it seems like V is let's see, V, every time V is under 0.5, all the other numbers are pretty low too. But I am getting A and B that are greater than half. So that doesn't really make any sense. This is odd. All right. Let's look at the code again. So I got A, B. So H line A comma B at C, or V line A comma B at C. Color is C. Okay, instead of random, maybe if I just flip it. So let's do this. Steve V. Okay. V0. Okay, so V is 0. And then a V is 1. And then 190, V equals 1 minus V. So we're just going to flip V back and forth between 0 and 1. Okay. That's weird. I should be getting random numbers, I mean, between... Oh, okay. Oh, 28, 36, 18. This doesn't make any sense. All right, let's do some Googling here. Let's see, AppleSoft random number generator. Okay, that's right. So the on the Apple II, the random number seed, at least for AppleSoft, it might be in the monitor too. Um, it's constantly incrementing variables in 0 page while it's waiting for you to type a key press. So in theory, right now, um, while it's sitting here waiting for a key press, it should be constantly changing some variables in memory. So this thing says it's 78. Oh, what's 78? 78 is 4E and 4F. That sounds right. All right, so we're going to open up the debugger here. We're going to watch 4E and 4F. This is the debugger feature in my emulator, GS squared. Okay, yeah, you can see here that 4E and 4F are just constantly changing, right, while we're waiting for the key press. All right. I had assumed that would work. No matter how you seed the random function, the sequence of values it returns will always be the same. Yeah, right. So the random number generators have to be seeded. Oh, is that what I'm doing wrong? I need to... Is there a seed command? I know that there are in some languages. Okay, we've got to seed the random number generator. So I got a little code here, and apparently the way you do it on AppleSoft is you execute RND with a negative number that is your seed. So we're gonna do this 5. So this is doing an RND call with negative the value that's in that that key press buffer. now let's see if it gives us better results. It's still, huh, fascinating. My L is still never exceeding, but it is, because I see like 36. All right. So before I get too crazy here, let's save gr splash. Okay. Oh, yeah, I see the problem. Some of you probably saw the problem before. I'm using the wrong variable here. This should be a comma b at L. And this should be a comma b at L. Now that's going to work better. Ah, that's much better. All right. I got distracted by ABC instead of doing the right variable. Okay. Not bad. Let's take out the debugging print here. Turn it into a remark or a comment. Okay, so that runs a little faster now that it's not having to output the text. Oh, okay, that works. It is, it's filling in the screen. You know, you could make this a little more sophisticated by maybe doing random rectangles. Though drawing random rectangles probably isn't super fast. It wouldn't be that hard to do. You would need to add one more variable for the because right now I do 3. I do A, B, and the line number. I would need to do A, B, and then another A, B for the lower point of the rectangle. And then a loop. And I would probably have to order the variables so that the loop wouldn't have to go backwards ever. Yeah, this works. All right, let's save that again. All right, and let's run it. And let's run it in fast mode here. Speeding up to simulate 4 megahertz Apple II, and then now an unlimited speed Apple II. That almost looks like static. It's so fast. That's cool. I like it. All right. Hey, if this is the kind of stuff you like, let me know. Like and subscribe. Have a good one.